Hi everyone, Roger here from What's on DisneyPlus.com, a quick news update for you guys on a new live action version of The Snow Queen. But before we go any further, make sure you do hit that subscribe button to keep up with the latest Disney Plus news. So once again, Disney are going to be looking at some classic fairy tales to bring to our screens. Now, we've already seen Disney do a version of The Snow Queen, which obviously is based on the very popular book by Hans Christian Andersen, but that one was Frozen. Now, some people are kind of automatically jumping in going, well, this is a Frozen remake. Well, unfortunately, that's not really the case, because Frozen was inspired by the Snow Queen, but there was a lot of changes, lots of different characters brought in. For example, in the real book, there is no Anna, there is no Elsa, there's no Olaf, there's no Sven, there's no Kristoff or anything like that. So this apparent new live action version, which has been reported by the Disney Insider, this one is going to be more traditional to the book. Currently, there's only really a producer who has been attached to it, and that's going to be Kirsten Burr, who is currently working on Cruella, which is the 101 Dalmatians prequel, and she's also worked on the Winnie the Pooh movie Christopher Robin. So the Snow Queen has been something that Disney have been working on for a number of years, because even Walt Disney himself was working on an animated version before they kind of cancelled it. And Frozen kind of brought all that in, and they kind of redid it and kind of removed everything around. But this one would be very different and much more in tune with the actual original book, because in that one there was sort of 7 separate stories, and it was primarily about a young boy and a girl, and the Snow Queen was someone completely different. And there was, it's kind of an odd one, really, because Frozen is what we all know about, but there is a lot of differences between the book and Frozen. And as a whole, I think it's probably a little bit too soon to be doing a Frozen live action version, though obviously we've had the Broadway version. But I think the Snow Queen could be very interesting. We don't really know too much more about it. Apparently it is going to be released at cinemas rather than on Disney Plus. That's obviously sometimes a good thing, because it does mean that they're going to be having a much bigger budget and they can get behind it. So while this is kind of a live action remake, I think we really need to put that way out the way and rather look at it as an entirely different thing to Frozen. But I'd love to know your thoughts on the idea of them doing a new live action version of the Snow Queen. I'd love to hear those thoughts in the comments below. Go check us out over at whatsondisneyplus.com. Like, follow and subscribe, and I shall see you guys in another video. Laters.